was born in a hometown. I still call it a hometown. I thought I could do that without running out of air, and I was wrong. Welcome to How Do We Human. It's the podcast where we overanalyze all the weird and uncomfortable micro moments in life, and I am one of your hosts, Evan Cox.
And I'm one of your hosts, Chris Binning.
Today, we're talking about that hometown pride, but...
It's Pride Month. This is what it's all about, right?
We gotta ask first about our hometown guy.
Sure.
And that's Chris. And I gotta ask, how you doing?
Well, a lot like you, Evan, I was also born in a hometown.
Weird.
And when you think of being born, you might think of your family. Now, this is a family related story, so perhaps, familial pride also will play into our main topic. I don't know. But my family's going to have a family get-together in just a few weeks. And we've rented out an Airbnb, or I think it's actually technically a Verbo.
I mean, big diff.
And we're all going to go out there for several days and hang out. And one of the things that my wife and I got the family at Christmas was, hey, we're going to pay for a photographer to take family portraits out at this get together. And so we're doing that. Someone's hired a caterer to come prepare a meal. We've rented a boat for a day to go out on the water. But all of these different people are putting together these different pieces of this get together. And we got an email from the head of the family, if you will, my grandfather, sent an email to everybody. Hey, here's the update on where we are on all these different pieces. And in the little section about the photographer, because we've booked the photographer, we don't know exactly where we're going to have the photos taken yet. The photographer was like, hey, I know a couple different places. I'll get back to you on what I think would be best. And so in the email, it says, we've got the photographer, more details to follow, but the photographer will be coming out to take photos of the clan. Now, people have different ways that they refer to their familial group or their chosen familial group.
Yes.
The squad, the gang.
The whole fam-damly.
Yeah, the fam band. All the different nicknames.
Sly and the Family Stone.
It's obviously it was spelled with a C.
Yes.
But man, like he's said before, but it's always had the family's surname in there.
Yeah.
Like the Binning clan, whatever. Like
Sure.
That doesn't strike me nearly as much as seeing in writing the clan.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good.
No. And I don't know how to I'm sure I just won't. But I don't know how to deal with that. What if they get the photos back and they're like, we gotta share these with everybody. Here's photos of the clan, and now my face shows up. No, don't call us that.
Chris was hiding his face in his hoodie, so we had him take his hood off. Here it is, the clan unhooded. Oh no.
Yeah, that's
there are a few things
rough.
like that it's just like, and maybe this comes across as a woke agenda, but
there's
a few. I don't.
We can't even call our family members clans anymore.
It's like that. There are a handful of
I can't
sayings.
call my grandson a Klan member. That's a
There
woke
are a handful
agenda.
of sayings and things like that that I'm just like, they are 100% harmless, but they sound so close to something that is harmful.
Yeah.
And I get that that sounds dumb, that like, oh, you gotta stop saying it because it sounds like something bad. And I'm just like, but why choose that when there are so many other options?
Yeah.
See, I don't even like saying this, but it is a harmless thing, and I'm going to say this. There is no reason ever. This isn't even a sounds like. This is just that word. But people still say it all the fucking time. We don't got to talk about a chink in the armor. I don't like it.
Sure.
No point.
Yeah.
There's a different way you can say that. That's all.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Don't like it.
there are phrases, there are many things that have been ruined in my woke eyes. I am never going to wear a red baseball cap again. Like,
No.
there's just too many things that have been forever changed in how I view them. But one thing that I haven't viewed any differently over 300 episodes is my thirst for knowledge of Evan. How you doing?
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I'm doing I'm fine, whatever. I've got an update on last week's How You Doing. Last week on How You Doing. Oh, look, I didn't do anything and all the cilantro and the parsley bloomed. It's so beautiful, and now I've got all this cilantro and parsley, and I didn't do anything to grow it. Back to our current episode. So, weirdly enough, we've been doing this podcast long enough that I have mentioned this before. Cilantro and parsley, they look very similar.
Sure.
They're very, very close cousins in look. And call them kissing cousins. I'm looking up, like, okay, because I will want to know at some point which of these. They taste so different. And I was just looking up the leaves because I kept. Normally, you can smell cilantro. I wasn't able to smell this for some reason. So I'm looking up their leaves and how to tell the difference. So I'm like, I think this one. It's just still. I don't know. I have a hard time telling them apart, except by taste. So I plucked a little leafy off what I thought was the cilantro. Tasted it. Cilantro, and good cilantro. I was like, fuck yeah. The next day, that cilantro plant was completely dead.
Oh, you had
I touched it.
the Grim Reaper touch.
I do. I don't know what the fuck happened. The parsley's fine because I didn't touch it. It's gone. The cilantro there's like maybe 3 leaves that are still even green. The rest of it's flat and dead. It happened so fucking fast, and I'm so sad about it. And I truly do feel like somehow it's my fault.
I mean, yeah, it's hard not to associate those two, the action and what happened afterwards. Even if they don't,
Yeah.
even if one didn't cause the other, it's hard to not connect those dots.
The only other thing is, like, it's been hotter, but it's not that hot. It's like maximum been 80 degrees, but we just haven't been getting rain like we were for a sec while they were blooming. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Maybe cilantro's just way more finicky than parsley when it comes to sun and water. I don't know, but I'm real fucking sad about it, and I don't know. That's all. That's how I'm doing. I'm real fucking sad.
And what better mood to be in
Yeah.
as we talk about hometown pride. This episode might drift in and out of actually being hometown related.
Sure.
But with this being Pride Month, there are difficult ways to title this episode in a way that won't be completely misleading.
Yes.
So The reason that I brought this up was actually um, to tie it back to the wide world of sports.
Woo.
I went to a Dodger game last week,
See that on
and
your shirt, I think.
it is
Hey.
generically Los Angeles.
Los Angeles baseball. You love to see it.
But sports fans have are wildly passionate in a way that
can be frightening.
I was gonna say frightens me. We were on the same page, and I don't know. There's an element of like, I'm from here, so my sports team is the best. They represent the city, and I need them to win against other cities.
Yes.
I
feel this deeply.
Yeah, is that your love of your Washington sports teams? Is it because hey, that's the place I'm from?
Yeah, and it's stupid because most of these players are not from there.
Right, they get drafted from all over the world.
But every time there's a handful of Seahawks players that like grew up in Washington. It's like, oh, we just trade. I completely forgot until right this second. Just traded a few months ago for Cooper Kupp from the Los Angeles Rams, and he's from Eastern Washington. It's like, oh, homecoming, hometown boy. Now he's here, and that's better. There's no real rationale to it. I mean, I guess the rationale for the one, there's like, we're all, listen, I'm in a headspace right now, and I ain't talking the meditation app, but like, we're all just, we're kids at a certain point in our life, and we emulate what we see, and you grow up, and you see those Seahawks playing, and you're a kid, and you're like, I don't give a fuck. I do not care. But something happens when you're older and you see those same colors. And when you're in it, like Seattle, it's like every single team it's blue and green. The Mariners,
sure.
Sonics at the time. That's the other thing. It's like I have hometown pride for a team that hasn't existed in 20 years. And it's maybe the team I'm most proud of. It's stupid, and there's nothing more to it. I don't know. It makes me feel dumb, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have that same passion for maybe anything, but certainly not sports.
Well, there have been a lot of dog shit sports teams from Arizona.
That's true. Maybe that's
you got
part of
your Suns not having the best season this year, but
no,
they've had some up years recently.
Coyotes. And the Dodger game I went to
actually.
Was Dodgers versus Diamondbacks, and Diamondbacks beat us.
Just in time.
Yeah, I don't know. So like you've lived in California now for
too long.
A decade? Less than a decade? 8 years, something like that? Maybe?
I want to say I moved in 2015. So either 9 or 10 years.
Yeah. And you have, at what point, my question, I guess, is, at what point do people switch to like, you know what, this is my hometown now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess not your hometown, but this is at this point, this is my team.
But there is something to that where you would consider it like, I mean, it's the same as if I say I'm from Seattle. Well, I'm not. I could also say I'm from Elma. Guess what? I wasn't born there either.
Whoa, mystery.
I was born in a little town called Brewster.
The darkness.
I came from the darkness. A town that I've only been back to like once and saw the hospital I was born at. I'm like, man, that building looks rad. I'm so glad I was born in Brewster. And then moved to Elma like I guess I lived there for I think 2 months or near there. So it's like, yeah, I shouldn't technically have any hometown pride. It's not my birthplace. Does it matter?
I don't know.
I don't know. Were you born in the Phoenician sun?
No, I was born in California.
Really? That's right. I forgot. I did know that. What
Yeah.
part?
Fullerton.
Ah, yes. Famed for how full it is.
Yeah, and that's why we had to move. They're
Yeah,
like too
too
full.
full.
We're
Tons and
we're all
tons.
booked up.
You didn't run it by Mayor Fullerton.
No,
Too many babies this year.
Yeah, I don't know, because I lived in Arizona, I guess, for, I guess it's, yeah, still the majority of my life, but I don't have much like association with it, although
Yeah.
it does feel like, I don't know if this happens to you when you if you tell people like, oh, I'm from Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
But when somebody, it's the same. This also used to happen to me in school when like um you learn about Christopher Columbus, and then if your name is Christopher, everybody
Mm.
looks at you and they're like, "That you? Is this you?
Did you do this?
Did you do this?" Of course, we were still children, so we learned that Christopher Columbus was a good guy. But
Yeah, and that
um,
Steve Urkel was someone to model after. Did
yeah,
he do this?
these were our two big role models growing
How
up:
much we've changed.
Christopher Columbus and Steve Urkel.
Look what happened.
But when somebody knows that you're from um, Washington or from Arizona, and something happens in the news, even remotely related to any city in those states, people go, "Oh, did you hear what happened
Mm,
in your neck of the woods? Oh,
yeah.
are you familiar with this niche thing that I read online about the city you say you're from?"
And
No,
I've got a
I've been here for 10
competitiveness
years.
that's like it bums me out when I'm just like, sorry, I don't. Because
Yeah.
they'll come to me like that. I'm like, God, I hope I do. I hope this is something like, oh, do you know? Are you familiar with the house that your parents own? Be like, yes, I lived there. But it's never that. It's something on the other side of the state. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, man, I can't help you. But yeah, I'm from there. Oh fuck, what was I gonna say? I guess sports is a big part of that, because I'm even thinking like, I don't know if it was the same with you in middle and or high school or junior, should you so call it that there were like sports rivalries growing up. Elma was a very big rivalry with our neighboring town, Montesano. And I didn't fucking play sports. I was in the band. I'd travel with the sports teams to big events. But like, I still to this day look at Monty with
Yeah.
Oh, you're from Monty? Ugh.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah. There is a little bit of that, I think, for me too. Although, in some ways, not, I don't know that it was necessarily all uh, as far as sports went, but my school was ranked relatively high in the high
Ooh.
school
La di da.
competition way. I met someone at a Halloween party a couple of years ago that was from a rival school, not our like biggest rival, but
Yeah.
from a rival school, and they found out which school I went to, and they were like, "Oh, fancy! Oh, you're from the nice school, whatever." Um, but yeah, our direct rival Desert Vista High School was my school, and our direct rival was Mountain Point. And
Damn. These schools sound crazy.
and so
Desert Vista and Mountain Point. It's beautiful.
And Mountain Point, so I competed in speech and debate, and I don't think Mountain Point had a team, so I didn't really cross paths with them too often
because they're so dumb. They don't
yeah,
speak
exactly.
or debate.
They don't know how to speak over there. But they so I don't have a great memory as to how they did in most other things that they did compete with us against, but I do feel like there was still that level of like, no, we're better than Desert Vista, we're better than
obviously.
Mountain Point. And then we had to go take I think 1 year for summer school, like it was only at Mountain Point, so I had to take like a health class at Mountain Point, and I think also the SATs you could only take at Mountain Point for whatever reason.
That hurts the pride.
It does. You show up there and you're like, I don't know where anything is, and I gotta take a big test, and like, why do I have to go to the behind enemy lines to to take this health class where the teacher just basically shows us a bunch of movies every day? And, like, why did I watch? I think we watched Spartacus in health class.
Okay.
Why?
It's healthy.
I mean, I know why. Because the teacher didn't want to teach, but there'd be some like random.
Wouldn't you also want to watch Spartacus over teaching a bunch of kids?
Like scene, like you'd in the middle of the movie, like there'd be some random scene where like I don't know, they're making food or something, and he's like, see, this is how it relates to health. They're boiling the water. I don't know that tracks fully, but
it's always
one guy gets stabbed. It's like, that's bad for his health.
Yeah.
Like the class.
How would you like it? It's a completely different topic, but it is like teachers. It's normally substitutes, but teachers, whenever they pick a movie, it's like, we're gonna pick a 3-hour movie or something, right?
Right.
We'll watch this over the next 3 days.
Yeah. But yeah, school pride is interesting too, because like in Arizona, I went to Northern Arizona University.
Okay.
But the two big schools in Arizona are University of Arizona and Arizona State University. So those two had a major rival, and they were always beefing. But we were always worse than the two of them in like every competition.
Makes it hard to keep the beef.
So we weren't
keep the beef warm.
We weren't particularly interested in those rivalries, but which fits more with my vibe. So I guess it was good that I went there and didn't care about either of those schools. I feel like we maybe had the nicer campus, but well, whatever.
There's that. Where would you rather hang out?
Yeah.
Fuck playing football.
On our little forest campus or in the middle of Tempe? Get out of
here. My question here, and would be true for college. I'm more thinking high school because I went to a film school, and I was just when I was thinking about this, I'm like, I gotta write a fight song for the film school I went to.
You should, yeah.
But do you remember your school's fight songs?
No.
I do. I
didn't remember them when I went there.
I remembered Elma's. It's bad. Why? And it's like, of course I remember the music because I was playing the music.
Sure, yeah.
That makes sense. But I'm pretty sure I remember the words.
Can you recite them for us now?
I'll try my best. I'm probably going to miss some. But
okay.
Elma High School.
Is there a Sporkle quiz where you have to guess all the words?
That'd be good.
I'm sure there's not
I'll make
for your school.
You could take it. Elma High School, Elma High School. Hail, all hail to you. Honor, fame, and glory to all hail the white and blue, rah, rah, rah. Team deserving, all are serving, hold our trust in hand. There's no better school you'll find in all the land.
Okay.
And the name of that song, as someone who had the sheet music to play, is On Wisconsin, because all high schools use On Wisconsin, which is Wisconsin's like college song. So,
Gotcha. All right. I have found, I believe I have found my high school fight song and my college fight song.
Hell yeah.
Okay, which would you like to hear first?
High school, so we can compare to mine and see.
Okay.
Were you as jingoistic? Like, honor, fame, and glory to all hail the white and blue.
Well, so there are two different things on here. There's fight song and there's alma mater. And I'm not sure the difference. I know the alma mater one looks longer, but
Alma.
Here's the fight song for Desert Vista High School.
Okay.
Cheer, cheer for DVHS. We all know the Thunder is best. As a team, we'll work and strive, showing our talent, focus, and drive. Shake the thunder from the sky, Desert Vista stands on high. Noble thunder, strong and bold, victory for blue and gold.
Yours is it's a different type of like overshooting. Like ours is just like we're kings and gods. You guys are like
ours is like a cheerleading like yeah.
We are God.
Yeah.
That's great, but it falls in line with all this mountain point, desert vista, very nature focused. I like it. Not a lot of nature going on in Elma.
Yeah. So here are the lyrics for Northern Arizona University. This is from a PDF file that says, sing the NAU fight song while washing your hands. And it has the exact
thing.
The exact like lyrics you should match up with the hand washing motions.
That's awesome.
Fight, fight, fight for NAU. Take the ball and follow through. Lead the blue and gold to fame as we win another game. Cheer, cheer, cheer for NAU. We want a victory. So fight, fight, fight with all your might, for we want a victory tonight. NAU. NAU. Go Jacks. We're the Lumberjacks.
The Lumberjacks? I love that. Did people dress up in like flannels and shit?
I mean, flannel was definitely just like
part of
a fashion moment of the time. Yeah. The time and place. Flannel was big.
Damn. I love that. Lumberjacks. That's good. There are so many like high school and college mascots you could look back at right now and go like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
Wish I could tell people it was not that.
That's true.
We were the Eagles. And again, I still have to work out what my film's at the Seattle Film Institute.
That's true. Did I go to a school that had a problematic mascot? I don't think so. I mean, I had that 1 year program at UCLA, which was the Bruins.
Which is Bears.
I think it's Bears.
It's very.
I think it's the Bears.
Very confusing to me. The Bruins, the Bears.
So NAU was the Lumberjacks. Desert Vista was the Thunder.
How much college did this guy go to?
My middle school was the Panthers.
Nice.
And then I don't remember if my elementary school had a mascot. I don't think we did, because we weren't doing like competitions or anything.
Yeah, I think we did. In our area, at least, it's pretty common because it's all the same. Like Elma elementary, middle, and then high school. It's like the Eagles in high school, and I think middle school is like the Eaglets, and then elementary school is like the baby Eagles or something like that.
Yeah.
And it always made me laugh because Montesano's the Bulldogs, and they're middle. When I was in middle school, and those teams are facing off, they're the Bull Pups, and I think that's cute as hell.
Yeah. Kind of tying it back a little bit to sports, but this could be anything related to hometown or even on a national level, nationwide pride, if you want to factor in
Oh
the
boy,
Olympics.
yeah.
But something that I've noticed, and I think we've talked about a little bit before, are Dodger fans and
Yeah.
their love of yelling criticisms at the own
Yes.
team that they're passionately rooting for from
Unfucking
the
real.
bleachers.
That it's a special type of sports fan, which I thought was very well uh, essayed by Patton Oswalt in the movie Big Fan, if you ever saw that. It's someone that's just like, their entire identity is just like, I love this team, so I have to criticize them at all fucking times.
Yeah.
I act like I hate them more than anybody else because I want them to win.
Right.
It's like, just fucking get a hot dog, man.
Exactly.
Get a fucking helmet full of garlic fries. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't get it. I also like when the opposing team, the Diamondbacks, hit a home run. They hit several during that game. And as somebody catches it in the stands, and they're like, throw it back, throw it on the field, get it out of here. Like, it's a ball, man.
Yeah.
You caught a ball. Like,
Yeah.
who gives a shit?
Let them keep
The home
ball.
run doesn't get taken away if you throw it back onto the field.
Some people do seem to have misunderstandings about how this works. Yeah, I can't. I don't know why I guess I've been to Dodgers Stadium a few times, but only once for a Dodgers game. And that time was like my girlfriend's parents had won these tickets at an auction or something, so they were like very like right behind the bullpen, not bullpen, whatever you call it, where everyone hangs out, clubhouse, the dugout. Yeah. So we're like right behind the dugout. So yeah, it's like there's someone screaming at these players. It's like they can hear you, and I know that somehow you think that's a good thing.
Right.
That the players on your team are hearing you yell that they suck.
Yeah.
And need to take that pitcher out. He's garbage. Like, you're not helping. You are actively hurting.
Yes.
And I'm sure professional athletes are very good at like
tuning it out,
ignoring that shit. But especially in basketball, like you see it all the time. Players will start chirping back or hit someone.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm in full support of that.
I'm for it. Was it Ron Artest in the NBA who just climbed up into the stands and just beat the shit out of someone?
Good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You should recognize that you're yelling at jacked, roided up athletes.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. That always comes back to that.
We are about a month away, Evan, from Independence Day, July 4th. Do you feel a sense of American pride?
Oof.
Are you proud to be an American where at least you know you're free?
Am I free? I guess I am free I'm free-ish.
Free-ish, yeah. I think
Man,
we need to reboot that song.
I'll work on it alongside my SFI fight song.
Yeah, please do.
I'm still trying to think of what a good team name would be for them. Like I can't.
The tripods.
The tripods, the Alan Smithies,
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not
direct
bad.
to video.
Sure.
Sure, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyways, fuck, were we talking
The
about?
35 millimeters.
I completely forgot what we were talking about.
Are you proud to be an
Oh,
American
yes.
where at least you know you're free?
Thanks for the retake. That's a complicated ass question, and
It hadn't occurred to me in the lyrics of that song where, like, and I know that it's probably not interpreted this way by many of the people who love the song, but it does feel like an admission in the lyrics of, like, hey, we got a lot of problems here, but at least you got this thing.
That's a terrible song, but a
Yeah.
good point. That does kind of sum up where I'm at, and I'm not saying other places. There are a lot of free countries out there. I think a lot of Americans think, like, that's it. We're the only one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We got it. We're the only ones that did it. Everyone else is terrible. It's like, no, there's a lot of other wonderful places out there that we could all live and probably be happier. I've got a complicated relationship with this country, but I do have some sort of pride. I think I have pride in a sports sense. Like, I do care when the Olympics come around. But in terms of, like, I don't know. Yeah, if I'm traveling, I'm not proud to say I'm from the U.S. I'd rather say anywhere else. But there is something that I'm just like, I don't know. It's where I've always lived. I like stuff here. Got some cool nature.
Yeah.
For now.
until
all of our national parks
all
become compounds,
casinos,
of some sort. Yeah. It's good. It's all good. USA. Where you fall on that yourself, Lee Greenfield?
Hey, there's a. I'm not gonna be able to make this pun work. But in the sense of maybe parks going away, I think that's a greenfield we can
Hey, we
can raise RAZE. I think I'm similar to you in that hey, when the Olympics come around, I want USA to do well. But sometimes watching the Olympics, you're like, okay, I know I should be rooting for the American, but, like, it feels like a better story if this other athlete wins or whatever. So I think although I want the USA to do well, it is always exciting when, like, or I think this happened last Olympics where, like, oh, it's this country's first ever medal. It's like, that's so fun.
Fuck, that's so fun.
But I don't know. I also would say that my relationship with this country is getting more and more complicated as time goes by.
Passes.
I remember when that newsroom clip first started circulating after it aired of, like, is America the greatest country? And then, or what makes America the greatest country? And then Jeff Daniels is like, well, it's not the greatest country. Here's all these reasons why. I think I remember when that first came out, me kind of being like, fuck off. And now, all these years later, being like, nope, they were right. It's relatively accurate. As pretentiously as it may or may not have been delivered, that's a spot-on analysis.
I never watched the show. And
I've never watched the show either, but that clip has been making the rounds since it came out all those years ago.
I must have missed it. I found out a little too late that the show's like about that week, and like you're kind of never ever going to go back and rewatch it. And I've heard it's some people like it a lot. Some people think like, hey, that show fucking sucked. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll never know. I will
Yeah,
never watch the
we're
newsroom
not gonna rewatch it. This is not a rewatch podcast or
unless
or a reaction podcast. Two guys watch the newsroom for the first time.
now I now for the record, I do hate that idea, but that also could be interesting considering it is taking news from a specific day, and we might remember those news days and talk about it. Maybe
That's true.
That's where we go now. We're going to rewatch the newsroom. I lied.
Yeah. Should we investigate the newsroom?
We should probably investigate the newsroom. Yeah, sports fans are terrible. It's weird. Some people don't see it that way. I mean, there are just some parts of the U.S. where it's like, hey, we're New England. We are all like this. Hey, we're Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We throw batteries at fucking Santa Claus. And we love that about ourselves. Like, Seahawks fans are awful. I fucking hate Seahawks fans. And I'm one of them. I'm a big one, but I'm an isolationist because I can't stand to be around those people for the most part.
Yeah.
Except my friends.
Another just quick thing that I want to say is I think that hometown pride also gets wrapped up into other facets, not just sports or schools or whatever. But the two things that I want to touch on real quick is I don't know if you've ever been on social media, Evan.
Once or twice.
So many people make it such a point to talk about how much they hate California, how much California just lives rent free in their minds all day, every day.
Weird.
But the other thing is food, and especially pizza.
Oh, sure.
You get New York doesn't think that pizza exists anywhere else in the country.
Can't be
you
done.
Got Chicago deep dish all the way. Detroit style pizza seems like it's been on the rise in cultural relevance.
That's the weird thing with
it's all pizza. It's all good. Pizza's good.
Pizza's good. I like it a pizza. I get having known and having had enough New Yorkers be like, no, it's true though. Like, all right, I've had it explained to me, and I guess I will accept that there is a something in the water that you can't make those bagels anywhere else, etc., etc., etc. I'm sure there's something to it.
I don't know. I think New Yorkers just like to think of themselves as the most important place in the world.
It might be that. But most regional pizzas, hot dogs, shit like that, this can happen anywhere. Like, you could be proud of having come up with it, but it's insane to just be like, no one else can cut their pizza in a square. That's what we do. And you watch out.
What would be a good, it'd be tough because we're originally from different states.
Yeah.
But let's just, there's Chicago pizza, there's New York pizza, there's Detroit pizza. I'm sure there are others that I'm not as familiar with. What would be like the nation or the state or the town of HowDoWeHuman? What pizza what's our style of pizza?
This is a good question.
Is it anything? Because almost all pizza's good.
Probably. Yeah.
That's our style. Our style is your styles and everybody else's.
However you want to make it, man. Because that's what's going to make you happy.
Yeah, our style of pizza is shutting the hell up and eating it.
That's good shit. It's got cheese. It's got sauce. Maybe some other stuff.
Maybe some other stuff.
I don't know. You be the judge or the pizza maker.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about in regards to hometown pride or any other type of pride?
Yeah, I think
self-pride.
Ugh, I'm severely lacking in that.
A pride of lions.
I could talk about.
You want to talk about a pride of lions?
I could talk about that. I think there's some room to talk about. It is Pride Month, and
Sure.
hey, I enjoy that shit. I will give it the caveat. I generally do not enjoy a parade or large crowds, and there's a lot of that going on, and fucking up traffic. There's a lot of that going on. Outside of those things, was that a great time? I don't know. Living in Seattle and then moving to LA, very pride-friendly places. It just always, I don't know. It's a fun spirit in the air. I approve.
Yeah.
Be proud.
And as long as you're being proud in that sort of way, and not in a Proud Boy way,
Yes.
Make sure you listen to this podcast everywhere that you get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Pocket Casts, HowDoWeHuman.com. Rate, review, subscribe, follow, all those wonderful things. You can also find us on social media: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook at HowDoWeHuman, or send us an email to HowDoWeHumanPod@gmail.com. And now it's time for 5 questions of trivia. We're getting closer day by day to 100 points. And it looks like Evan's got a real shot at winning.
God, I hope so.
Of course, I won the first battle to 100 points, which means if Evan does win, we absolutely will need a tiebreaker. But the score right now is 74-71 in your favor, Evan. I'll tell you right now, the first question is related to the origin of words. How confident are you in word origins?
Only in the sense that I'm curious about word origins and have looked up a few recently. So,
ooh, well, let's see if this is one of the words that you've looked up recently. Because I suppose it is possible that this is one that you've looked up. Question number 1, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
Which language gave us the word robot?
Oof.
Polish, Czech, French, or Russian?
Fuck. I feel like I can figure this out.
I'm between... no. Sorry, I'm between 3. I was going to be between 2, and I've maybe overthought it a little bit to get another one in there.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too. I had my first instinct. Language gave us the word robot. Oh, fuck. Shit. God damn it. Okay. I'm down to 2.
I think I am as well, and I think I know which one I'm going to choose, but I think it's wrong.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to say Russian.
Me too.
Let's go. Czech was my other. I fucking knew it.
Oh, man, it was Czech, and that was the only one I had ruled out. So
I wasn't brave enough. In the Bible.
Uh-oh.
Who was the wife of King Ahab of Israel? Delilah, Jezebel, Bathsheba, or Naomi?
Well, I am relatively confident 3 of these are names in the Bible. So that's a good start. They might all be, but I'm relatively confident 3 of them are.
I do not remember a King Ahab of Israel in the Bible.
Have you read the Bible, Evan?
Enough. You got the gist.
Yeah. You got what they were going for.
I did make an effort to try to read the whole thing at some point. I I don't remember how far I got. Maybe the whole thing. The thing is, there's a bunch of shit in the Bible that's just like, well, clearly I don't have to read this person beget that person. But if I did, I would know who beget who that became the wife of King Ahab of Israel.
Yeah, I'm between two of them at this point. I'm between
two as well.
And I think I have the one I'm going to go with, but I'm not. I think it's going to be the other one.
Same. I'm going to say Bathsheba.
Hey, me too. What was the other one you were between?
Jezebel.
Okay, I was between Bathsheba and Naomi. So let's see which one of us was right with our second choice. Or if it's Delilah. It was Jezebel.
I'm second choice all day for this guy.
Question number 3. Named after a U.S. senator, what affliction does NASA measure using the Garn scale?
Garn.
Bone density loss, muscle atrophy, radiation exposure, or motion sickness?
Man.
I'm going to go first thought, best thought on this one. I have my answer.
Same. You go first this time.
Muscle atrophy.
Motion sickness.
All right. You were correct, Evan.
I got one. All right. I know this shit. This is one of my favorite books. Who wrote the novel East of Eden? J.D. Salinger, Robert Benchley, Ernest Hemingway, or John Steinbeck?
I don't know. I'm going with John Steinbeck.
Fuck you. John Steinbeck.
All right. Didn't get shut out this time. That's a good feeling. The last question, though, Evan.
Okay.
In Greek mythology, what item made Perseus invisible during his quest to slay Medusa?
The friend zone.
Helm, ring, shield, or cloak?
I mean,
is this trying to trick us? Because I think I know the answer.
I don't, but I think my guess feels right. But now I'm second guessing myself.
As we are known to do.
Yeah. I am going to second guess myself. I'm going to choose a different answer.
Okay. I'm choosing cloak.
That was my first answer. I've moved to ring.
It was helm.
Helm, you
so
bastard.
They were trying to trick us, and it worked.
I was hoping it was shield, and they just meant he hides behind
it. He just hides behind it. Oh, he's invisible.
Perseus, come back.
Well, Evan, you were able to get a slightly larger lead, even if that was a rough match for both of us. 76-72 is now where we stand.
Speaking of hometown pride, Spirit of 76, that's a thing.
Cool.
Yeah. I forget where, Massachusetts? Something like that.
I mean, that's definitely a state that seems to have a lot of hometown pride, so
it's true.
It makes sense to me.
It's true. You can't deny it. And like a spirit, I say boo-I.
Boo-I. Musical guest. Boo-I.